Unique ancient artifacts, the origins of which scientists still cannot explain. Ancient, highly developed civilizations and mysterious finds. Today, I will tell you about the most enigmatic archaeological discoveries. And at the end of the video, you will learn about perhaps the most important item that may hold unique knowledge. Enjoy watching. Have you ever wondered how many places on our planet still haven't been fully studied? I asked myself this question after reading an interesting article about significant archaeological finds. Some of these have been studied for hundreds of years and are known to almost everyone on Earth, yet very little is actually known about them. So I thought, why talk about the already tiresome pyramids in Egypt when there are so many more intriguing and mysterious archaeological discoveries?
What do you mean by that?
First on my list are the Dolmens in the Caucasus. What are they? These are ancient megalithic tombs scattered across the North Caucasus region, including Krasnodar Krai, Adygea, Abkhazia, and other areas. These structures, made from large stone slabs, date back to the Bronze Age, around 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. But what makes them special, and why are they so interesting? Dolmens usually consist of vertical slabs forming walls and a horizontal slab serving as the roof. Many have entrance portals with circular or rectangular openings through which one can enter, and some are decorated with carvings and ornaments, including spirals, zigzags, and various symbols. But there's one little mystery. How did people of that time manage to create something like this? The stone slabs they are made from are impressively large and heavy, raising questions about the methods of their transportation and assembly.
We do not care.
And why were they created at all? Here, scientists and archaeologists haven't found any answers either. Human remains have been discovered in some of the dolmens, but not in all. So the theory that these structures were used as crypts seems far-fetched. Plus, the myths and speculations surrounding the dolmens are quite fascinating. Some legends say that the dolmens were built by mythical dwarfs or bogatirs, or heroes, with magical powers. According to these legends, these beings lived in the dolmens and could control the weather or bring good luck. Considering the size of these structures, which barely fit a person, this theory doesn't seem so far-fetched.
It's only a game.
But personally, I lean more towards other theories. Scientists have noted some amazing facts about these places. The entrances of the dolmens are aligned precisely with certain stars. Moreover, some of these structures can accurately determine the time of year thanks to the shadows cast by sunlight passing through the entrance holes. It amazes me that unknown races built such incredible structures for such purposes. However, I found an even more intriguing theory. According to mythology, these places possessed certain powers. It is said that spending time there could spiritually cleanse a person or even cure serious illnesses.
Stop it. Get some help.
I also found information that in ancient times these places were used as gateways to another world, from which an unknown magical force emanated. If this is true, it explains why the dolmens are considered magical places. However, neither this nor other facts have been proven or disproven by scientists. Despite being studied for 200 years, almost nothing is known about this amazing archaeological find. What do you think these fascinating structures were built for in ancient times? I found it very interesting to study the origins of the Caucasian dolmens, but I found an even more intriguing discovery that was made quite recently. Have you heard of the Sipan tomb? It was discovered in 1987, located in Peru. Why is this find interesting?
Boom, roasted.
It is because the tomb belongs to the Moche culture, which thrived in what is now Peru. This ancient civilization is known for its complex irrigation systems, advanced art, and very interesting architecture. Inside the tomb, genuine treasures were found. It seems that a high-ranking person was buried there, and many gold ornaments, various ceramic items, as well as weapons and armor were offered to him. Moreover, the tomb was guarded for many years, as the remains of servants were also found there. But here's the question. Where did this civilization get so many valuable meta? Alas, and the advanced technologies to create such a grand tomb? I was very curious to find out, so I searched for articles on these topics on foreign websites. What I found shocked me. Some proponents of alien theories claim that the highly developed Moche culture and their achievements in metalworking and architecture could be the result of an intervention by extraterrestrial beings. They argue that the complex decorations and metalworking technologies found in the tomb could not have been created by people of that time without the help of extraterrestrial civilizations. Frankly, I find this theory the most boring and uninteresting.
Wow!
People of that era were already capable of creating such luxury items. But the following theories were much more interesting. Have you heard about the international conspiracy regarding archaeological finds? I recently came across an interesting article about the Sipan tomb. There is a version that international archaeological organizations and museums have conspired to monopolize knowledge about ancient civilizations and control access to important discoveries. This find from Peru played a key role in the article. Almost all the unique artifacts, valuable ornaments, and many other precious items are rarely shown to the public. It is even suggested that many of them could possess various miraculous properties. According to some sources, the Sipan tomb was not just a burial site, but a place for conducting complex magical and religious rituals. Unfortunately, we may never know if this is true. Some also link this find to Atlantis. They argue that the writing, cultural artifacts, and overall appearance of the tomb strongly resemble what was supposedly created in the ancient civilization of Atlantis. Some conspiracy theorists believe the Moche culture is connected to the legendary Atlantis. This theory suggests that the inhabitants of Atlantis, who had advanced technology and knowledge, migrated to South America after a catastrophe. What do you think about this?
It is what it is.
Personally, I am 100% sure that scientists are hiding something from us. Well, it's time to move on to another unique discovery. And do you know what surprises me the most? It seems that all of Europe has been thoroughly studied and everything that could be found has already been discovered. But it turns out, that's not true.
How?
In modern-day Serbia, traces of an ancient civilization have been found. And it's actually very interesting. The Vinča civilization existed about 7,000 years ago. This, to give you some context, is the Neolithic period. But the most interesting thing is that this ancient civilization was highly developed, and yet it vanished without a trace. During excavations, scientists found numerous artifacts. Among them were very interesting clay figurines, unique in their shapes. Additionally, archaeologists found ancient ceramic vessels, and these were so high quality that even today such items would be in high demand. Complex geometric shapes and patterns, decorations and symbols. All of this indicated that even back then, people had extensive knowledge. Moreover, a unique discovery was made. The Vinča civilization had a complex writing system. People 7,000 years ago could read and write, doing so on ceramic items and clay tablets. Their writing system appeared even before that of the Sumerians and Egyptians. The same sophistication is seen in their architecture. Complex wooden houses, clay buildings, they even had their own sewage system. Quite an interesting find, isn't it?
What?
The only question remains, how could such advanced civilization emerge at a time when, according to modern history, humanity began its development about 6,000 years ago? Where did such an advanced civilization come from? Personally, I get the impression that our history has indeed been significantly altered by modern scientists. Something is clearly being hidden from us. And this fact is confirmed time and time again when archaeologists find something new. Personally, I believe that this global conspiracy arose precisely because of extraterrestrial intervention. Think about it. If it is said that ancient Egypt was established by aliens, then where did this civilization come from? And one so advanced at that. Moreover, it disappeared without a trace in history. Understandably, there were no chronicles back then. But even now, the remains of an ancient, highly developed state are discovered by scientists, they are in no hurry to draw any conclusions. They still cannot explain how the Vinca civilization appeared and where it disappeared to. So all these conspiracy theories take on a much more interesting turn. How do you explain the fact that people 7,000 years ago could write and read? Surely aliens had a hand in this. Some theorists claim that the high level of development of Vinca culture, including their supposed writing system and architectural achievements, could be the result of contact with extraterrestrial beings. They point to the complex symbols and high-quality ceramic items as evidence of alien influence or direct participation. Moreover, the disappearance of such a formidable state without any mentions further supports this fact. Most likely, as with other such finds on our planet, extraterrestrial civilizations decided to destroy what they had created for some reason.
You serious?
Probably due to an excessively rapid pace of development. And I readily believe this. After all, our scientists have not found any traces of natural impact. It's all very strange. By the way, I found another sign that extraterrestrial civilizations could easily have existed on our planet. Have you heard of the Festos disk?
You're broke!
This is probably the most unique archaeological find of all. Why do I think so? Well, judge for yourself. This disk was discovered back in 1908 in the ruins of a palace on the island of Crete. It is about 4,000 years old. It would seem that there was the ancient Greek civilization at that time, whose writing we know. But around this ordinary clay disk with a round shape, entire legends are formed. Firstly, scientists are still puzzled about what is written on it. Not a single known language or writing system fits what is depicted on this artifact. The disk has about 200 symbols and 45 unique stamps. The symbols include images of people, animals, plants, and unknown abstract signs. And no one can understand what is represented on it. There are many hypotheses about the purpose of the disk. Some suggest it was a religious artifact, calendar, map, or even a game.
What?
However, the exact purpose of the disk remains unknown. Although the archaeological find was made on Crete, scientists cannot be sure it originated there. The ancient Greek language bears no resemblance to what is depicted on the disk. I found an article where the author claims that this artifact could have belonged to extraterrestrial civilizations when they visited our planet. The unknown symbols could have indicated to ancient people how the world is arranged. The unusual symbols and their precise execution could have been created using advanced technologies unavailable to the ancient Minoans. According to the author, the disk could have been given to ancient people by extraterrestrial civilizations to pass on knowledge or technologies.
Wow.
And this fact really intrigued me. Because if you look at it, all ancient civilizations developed at a very rapid pace. Take the Vinca civilization I mentioned earlier. It is quite possible that such tablets were distributed to artificially develop society. But how to disprove or confirm this theory? To do this, we need to at least understand what is depicted on this artifact. Some really believe that this disk hides important knowledge or technologies that were passed on from more advanced civilizations. And considering the fact that our modern science and history have many gaps, and scientists constantly hide various facts from the public, such a theory has the right to exist. Personally, I think this ancient artifact holds knowledge that could shed light on many gaps in our history, and it is quite possible that all this is already known to world leaders.
Oh my.
They just don't want to make this information public to avoid causing panic in society. Today, I told you about the most interesting and least studied archaeological finds that still hold many secrets and mysteries. What did you like the most? Write about it in the comments. Personally, I was amazed by the ancient Vinca civilization. I could not imagine that 7,000 years ago people could create ceramic items so professionally. Speaking of professionals, friends, you have a chance to join our team. If you have video editing skills, can voice videos in Russian,
English and other languages, or write interesting scripts, we would love to work with you. Contact our Telegram bot. The link is in the description, and thank you for your attention.